There are many options for getting the COVID-19 vaccination in Pierce County. Farmers markets are beginning to open in Tacoma, and there's a great documentary coming out on the Thea Foss Waterway. All that and more coming up next on Tacoma Report. Hi, and welcome to this edition of Tacoma Report. I'm Angie Foster. COVID-19 vaccinations are now easy to get in Pierce County. Everyone over the age of 16 in Washington State is eligible. Getting the vaccine is an important step in helping to prevent you from getting sick and for helping to stop the spread of COVID-19 to our family and friends.
We have a lot of vaccine opportunities in Pierce County, so it's really easy to get a vaccine right now. There are, in the beginning when we had a very limited supply, there was a long wait and might be hard to get an appointment, but right now we have lots of appointments. If you want to schedule ahead of time, we also have a lot of drop-in opportunities all over the county. So you can go to a drive-through event. If you'd rather pop into one of our static sites or walk-up clinics, there's lots of those. Pharmacies have vaccines, your healthcare provider has vaccines. So it's really easy. It doesn't take too long. You don't need an ID or anything. It's free, completely free. You just do a little bit of paperwork, answer some questions, get your shot, and then you have a short waiting period and you're out the door.
One of the reasons the vaccination distribution is going so smoothly in Pierce County is because of the great work by the community.
We have a lot of volunteers that make this work happen for vaccinations in our county. A lot of people have stepped up to help, and people that are out there getting the vaccine, they see that and they see the pride on everyone's faces that is working on this. They see the relief as they're going through and seeing other folks that are getting the vaccine, the cheers, the celebrations at all of our events and clinics. People have in whole just been really appreciative, gotten a lot of thank you notes and messages and even phone calls of people just saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the most hope I have felt since this whole thing started. And there's really a light at the end of the tunnel.
You can get an appointment through your healthcare provider, or you can find vaccine site locations by going to the Tacoma Pierce County Health Department's webpage. The City of Tacoma has allocated $1.43 million to assist eligible households affected by the COVID-19 pandemic with foreclosure prevention counseling and mortgage assistance payments. In partnership with Pierce County and Habitat for Humanity, the city's foreclosure prevention counseling and mortgage payment assistance was launched on May 10th. The start of the program was announced by Mayor Victoria Woodards during her State of the City program, which aired on that day. More information is available at makeittacoma.com. The U.S. Small Business Administration is currently offering Paycheck Protection Program loans until May 31st, 2021, or until remaining funds are exhausted. The PPP loans must have originated by participating community financial institutions, including certified development companies, SBA microlenders, community development financial institutions, and minority depository institutions. But please note that not all community financial institutions are participating in PPP. Visit the SBA's website for more information. The City of Tacoma and the Salvation Army teamed up to perform a valuable service for those who needed shelter over the last few months. The city funded a temporary shelter at the Salvation Army facility on South Puget Sound Street from January 28th through April 30th, and during that time, 104 men had access to the accommodations during the inclement weather season. The Salvation Army location was one of 3 sites used for this purpose. The other 2 warming centers, which were community center facilities, were closed earlier this year so that the centers could reopen to the public. More information about the city's inclement weather resources can be found online. The Tacoma Police Department urges parents to discuss online safety with their children and take steps to keep them safe. Tell your child you will be monitoring their online activity and place their computer in a common area like a family room or living room. Do not allow your child to have multiple email accounts or create accounts without your knowledge, and insist your child give you their username and password. Limit the websites your child is allowed to visit and set time limits on computer use. Since internet predators look at personal profiles to find their victims, direct your child not to give out personal information on the internet. Finally, have your child contact you immediately if a stranger attempts to contact them by using a computer. By practicing safe use of the internet, you can play a big role in keeping your child safe. There's a 100-year-old building in Tacoma being hailed as truly a wonder, but its transformation almost didn't happen after an unexpected phone call from Tacoma Public Utilities. As Annie Pansky explains, what seemed like could be the end was only just the beginning.
You know, you always do your due diligence, but on an older building like this, there's always surprises.
For real estate developer Neil Molnick, everything came to a screeching halt when the old Wonder Bread building he hoped to renovate hit a snag.
Got a call from our account rep, Jen, who a wonderful lady, but not with the greatest news that, you know, we need to figure out how we're going to get new power.
Jennifer Collins Ramos works for Tacoma Public Utilities. She's a one-stop shop for small businesses to help navigate the utility and city. Her news? The factory, built in 1913, had a buried transformer in the basement. The transformer was in a hole, and that hole had a drain that went directly to the water table. If left, it could be dangerous for Neil and for Tacoma residents. Neil says he was ready to hear the word no.
We jump to this kind of stuff.
He was not prepared for this.
What we did want to do is find a good, positive solution that would both be a benefit to the building owner and to Tacoma Public Utilities ratepayers.
Jennifer Collins Ramos brought Joe Rempe, an engineer with Tacoma Power and the energy efficiency team, to meet Molnick and problem solve.
It's a great building and there's so many opportunities.
From the moment they stepped foot in the boarded up building, Molnick says he only heard solutions.
They're really looking for a way to say yes, and not all cities are like that.
Tacoma Public Utilities would move the transformer to a safe location, updating the power supply and protecting the water. Once safe, they could talk about energy-saving updates in the 40,000 square foot building.
I remember walking through the building and just pointing out all the different opportunities and then kind of identifying that, you know, you actually get money back for your energy efficiency and putting those upgrades into your building. After identifying the benefits to Neil and Michelle, is the no-brainer.
The Wonder Bread building received more than $6,000 in energy efficient rebates, but the savings will continue for the life of the building, saving enough energy annually to power 4 average homes for a year.
It's beautiful and it's lit up and it's got kind of all the modern amenities you'd want.
It was an outcome Neil says is only possible in Tacoma.
That win-win partnership of we can, you know, do good by upgrading the building, TPU can accomplish its goals. It just becomes this, you know, nice outcome for everybody involved.
For Tacoma Reports, Annie Pansky in Tacoma.
The building is now ready for its next life. Molnick says it would be a great space for a restaurant or brewery, retail, or office space. The Tacoma Farmers Market season has kicked off with the Broadway Market open now through the end of October, followed by the East Side and Point Reston markets that will open in June and the Multi-Care Market in August. These local open-air marketplaces showcase farm fresh produce and artisan items. As an essential business, these markets are open during COVID-19 on their regular schedule with health and safety protocols in place. To see the schedule for each market and to learn more about the current safety protocols, visit their website. It's been over a decade since the city completed a historically significant environmental cleanup in and around the Theophos waterway. To celebrate this accomplishment, an all-new documentary film has been produced. The documentary is titled Turning the Tide and tells the story of the waterway, the cleanup, and the revitalization effort that brought new life to the water and the city. A trailer for the documentary has just been released and can be viewed right here on TV Tacoma or on the city's webpage. To find out more about the Theophos cleanup effort and about the film that is set to be released in the fall of 2021, visit the city's website. Recently, the city's Office of Environmental Policy and Sustainability released the 2020 Environmental Action Plan Progress Report. The plan is a list of meaningful, high-priority actions that the city, Tacoma Public Utilities, and the community will take to meet the environmental goals outlined in the Tacoma 2025 Strategic Plan. This report gives the latest updates on the city's environmental goals and initiatives. Progress was made on many of the targets and actions detailed in the plan. To access the latest progress report and past reports, visit cityoftacoma.org/EAP. Summer is just around the corner, but you don't have to wait for warmer weather to go swimming because several Metro Parks Tacoma pools are now open. People's Pool in the Hilltop area and the North Point Pool in Northeast Tacoma are taking reservations for pool activities. You can make reservations for water fitness, lap swimming, adult swimming, toddler zone, and family swims. You can make reservations 2 weeks in advance. Capacity is limited and the reservations are free. Metro Parks officials ask that you cancel your reservation if you're not able to make it. COVID-19 guidelines are in effect and face coverings are required except when in the pool. More information can be found at the Metro Parks Tacoma website. And finally, the Medal of Honor. This is the United States' highest award for military valor in action. More than 65 Washington state residents are members of this select group with 10 recipients hailing from Tacoma, Pierce County. This list includes actions above and beyond the call of duty, including an Army cook who manned an artillery gun returning fire into enemy lines, to a wounded soldier searching for and finding a radio directing airstrikes and rescues in the mountains of Afghanistan. One of the 10 became a TV celebrity due to his flying exploits. Each has an incredible story. You can read more about the Medal of Honor Memorial in War Memorial Park located at the foot of the Narrows Bridge. That's all the time we have on this edition of Tacoma Report. A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. On our last program, we featured the Phase 3 completion of the Pipeline Trail. As we leave you today, here's another amazing view of the trail system that you're going to want to make the time to explore. Until next time, I'm Angie Foster. Thanks for watching.